What's up guys, Average Gamer signing on back for another video. EVO 2024 has come and gone. It was a great experience. Well, watching it at least. I didn't actually go, but I'm here for you to give a rundown of all the big news and results as well as some personal fun moments I had watching the weekend. I won't discuss literally everything, but I tried to be as comprehensive as I could given what I saw. So let's get down to business as there is a lot to talk about. Before we do, be sure to like and subscribe. We are on our way to 300 subs and would love for y'all to join the journey. The support the past month has been crazy, so thank you guys. Anyway, let's talk about EVO 2024. Alright, first let's talk some Guilty Gear Strive. Announcement wise, we got a team of 3 mode coming, which looks interesting, and a beta is happening soon for that, so we might check it out, who knows. Season 4 has been confirmed, and we actually know every character from the looks of it. Dizzy, Venom, Unica, which seems to be a new character, and a guest character named Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This was actually the first Guilty Gear I put a lot of time into, so I don't know much about Dizzy or Venom, but it's cool that they're coming back, and I'm interested in Lucy as I haven't seen Edgerunners yet. I haven't played Strive in like over a year, so I was completely out of the loop, besides people apparently despising Gold Lewis now, whatever that's about. So I was pretty interested to see how the top 6 would turn out, and it was pretty fun all things considered. You know, I got to see Soul kill people in 2 hits, which, I'll be honest, gave me a bit of nostalgia. Of course, shout out to the boy Nitro for winning. Alright, next up we got Tekken 8. Announcement wise, we had Lydia, who will be coming out on the 22nd if you have the pass, 25th if you don't. I am a brokey, so the 25th is what it is for me. I believe they also announced the World Tour coming to Japan, which is very exciting. We also got the newest DLC character in Season 1, and Harada is a lying man because Heihachi Mishima is returning. Granted, I think most of us knew he would be in the game at some point, but for me, I did not think it'd be Season 1. I felt like, 4 or 5 years down the line when Tekken 8 is in its final stages. But no, we're bringing him back immediately. Which, hey, it's better than Marduk. Because if you looked on the timeline, people did not want a Marduk reveal. People were saying the only thing that could ruin this EVO is Marduk being revealed. So, we did not have that, thankfully. So, those people can rest easy. In terms of the tournament, the top 6, in my opinion, was fantastic. Until I realized that 3 of the 6 were Dragunov players. Which immediately killed it for me. And it probably killed the crowd too, because they didn't enjoy that shit either. So, the only thing interesting was there was a Kazuya. But other than that, the top 6, 3 Dragunovs, a Jin, a Nina. To be honest, expected. Like, if I showed you that top 6 and you play the game, like, oh, okay. That's not surprising. Now, Grand Finals, a Tiff, or a Tiff, I forget how to pronounce his name. He did switch to Fang. But I still hate Fang, I just hate him slightly less than Dragunov, okay? Speaking of Grands, of course, the GOAT, Arslan Ash, became a 5-time champ with Nina, which was great to see. Glad to see that he's adapting well to Tekken 8. He had his criticisms when the game first came out, but apparently that didn't matter, because that guy is GOATed. Shout out to Pakistan. I believe Atif is from Pakistan as well, so we had a Pakistan on Pakistan Grand Finals. That region, like Tekken 7, is going crazy. Moving on, we have the biggest event of the weekend, Street Fighter 6. We got our first look at Terry Bogart's in-game model for the game, and it looks pretty good. Trailer seems to be focused on World Tour, and I'm actually pretty excited for that. I haven't played the game mode that much, but it's going to be interesting how they weave in Mai and Terry into the world of Street Fighter 6, so I'm pretty interested to see how they do that. And we got some time before he releases, so it was at least good to see him. In terms of the tournament, legendary names in the top 6, Punk, Momochi, Nemo, as well as some favorites of mine that I've been watching, and Ending Walker and Big Bird. It was somewhat surprising, seeing Angry Bird, Minna, Tokido get eliminated, but I think it was a solid top 6 regardless. Not to mention, character-wise, no Akumas, no Guiles, which many people were saying, those were like 2 of the top 3, 2 of the top 5 characters in the game. We got, I believe, 2 Eds, a Cammy, a Bison, and a DJ, if I remember correctly. Good to see DJ after the nerfs. Very happy that he got some love. But of course, when you talk about the Street Fighter 6 tournament at EVO, the God, Punk, took home the win against Big Bird and Grands in a crazy game. I think that makes his first EVO title, so that was great to see. Shout out to Punk the God. Okay, finally, I wanted to talk about some other stuff that I kind of liked watching, as well as some other announcements for games that I just haven't chatted about yet. Either because they weren't like a big tournament, or I just don't really care about the game that much. First off, because I forgot to mention this, but each top 6 on finals day had this like cool ass video before, which was like insane. It showed like the characters and some legendary players. It was just like really hype. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, first up, SNK. We got Fatal Fury announcement for another character, Kevin Rian, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I barely played Fatal Fury or Gauro, so I don't really know anything about him or the game in general, besides that he is a cop who looks like he will beat my ass. So yeah, take that for what you will. The street said he was broken in the previous game, so I'm looking forward to him. He looked pretty sick. I'm actually very excited for the City of the Wolves gang. Animation wise, it looks insane. It's absolutely beautiful. Hopefully we can get more announcements soon. Next up, SNK hit us with another banger. SVC Chaos Shadow dropped. Very weird game. I barely played it because it just weirded me out. I didn't really like it, but it's only 20 bucks, and you know, 20 bucks, my wallet's not dry yet, so we picked that up. Videos coming soon, hopefully, on that game. And finally, KOF 15, Mature, and Vice were announced, which was nice to see more legacy characters returning. I couldn't really get into this KOF as I had some like online troubles, but I am happy to see that the community is still getting some new stuff, and of course shout out to Shanghai for winning the tournament. Next up, Grand Blue Rising, getting more characters. I completely forgot their names and how to pronounce them, but more support is coming for the game, which is pretty hype. I actually fairly enjoyed the top 6. Shout out to Aaron DeMac for the W. Next up, I guess I gotta talk about MK1 despite me not liking it. I don't really know much about the game, but Takeda dropped and people played him at EVO, and I pretty much heard nothing but positive stuff, so I'm very happy. The game needs as much goodwill as it can get. Is it enough for me to pick it up? Probably not, but I'm glad the community is getting something they want. Also, Sonic Fox, another EVO title. Shout out to a legend. I didn't think I was going to talk about this game again, but Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had a tournament, and the only reason I'm going to talk about this is because it was far different than the classic, you know, Morgan, Doom, Virgil, Zero stuff. We saw a lot of interesting teams. I had a Arthur and Nemesis on my screen, and I thought, bro, this is not the Marvel 3 I remember. So shout out to the more creative teams. It's absolutely insane that I'm seeing new stuff 10 years later for this game. It's absolutely wild. Next up, I gotta give a big shout out to Maximilian Dude. His stream was so much fun to watch with him and the rest of Yo Video Games. Tons of people and devs came along to chat and play some games. My favorite was probably the 2 XKO devs because I haven't seen a lot on the game yet, so that was my first kind of big experience with it. They played Marvel 2 with Justin Wong, which was a lot of fun to watch as well. And on finals day, it was a joy just watching them having fun with the crowd and of course the chat. And without question, shout out to the Frog. If you know, you know. Speaking of Justin Wong, him and Daigo, 2 legendary players obviously, got the Impact Award at EVO, which was a great moment to see, honoring the legacies of 2 historic figures. I hope they do more, and I think they plan to. Awards like this, just giving people the recognition. In my opinion, yeah, award shows can be kinda right? But in terms of just recognizing greatness, I'm very happy that they did that. Going back to the tournaments though, we have Third Strike, in my opinion, one of the most fun tournaments to watch over the weekend. Third Strike was the retro game for this year's EVO. Safe to say it was a huge success. I saw a great variety of characters, which was wonderful because I've seen enough Yoon and Chun to last a lifetime. And from what I heard from Maximilian's stream, the tournament was pretty accommodating setup wise. So I'm very happy. Hopefully Third Strike can be a mainstay. I get that we kind of want to rotate the retro games, but I think Third Strike was a massive success. I hope it returns to EVO soon. Now I gotta go back to Tekken 8 for a second because it is my main fighting game that I'm playing right now. The one and only Lily Pichu faced off against Harada in a very funny, very cool exhibition. And our girl Lily got the dub. It was so wonderful to watch. It ended in a sick whiff punish rage art. It was so funny to see. You saw Harada sometimes get so disappointed that he lost. It was hilarious. And Lily Pichu, man, I'm pretty sure S-Van and Skara were also there. They've become really good. I remember when I saw them first play the game and seeing them and then seeing them at EVO. Crazy development, man. Crazy development. So shout out to Lily. That was a great set. And finally, I feel like we don't have to talk about fighting games all the time. Although this is SGC related. One of my favorite YouTubers, JM Crofts, did a bit of FGC feud with pro players versus commentators, and this actually might have been the funniest part of EVO for me. Yipes and Steve on the commentator side were absolutely hilarious as always. FG Food is always great on JM Cross channel, so absolutely check him out and those videos in particular. So yeah, it was just a really fun time and kind of was a different take because I was kind of getting burnt out on some of the games. You can only watch so much, am I right? So that was a nice way to break up some of the tournaments. Okay, so that's all the things I got. All in all, this was probably my favorite EVO to watch ever. Great moments, cool games announced, developments to games we already have, and so many iconic faces that I got to see. I can't wait till next year, but I have wasted enough of your time. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know what your favorite moments, matches, announcements, etc. were in the comments below. Until next time, this is The Average Gamer signing off. I'll catch you guys later.